I was so vanilla before the industry that I didn't know that it even was a thing. I had no idea that men liked BBW girls. So
Really?
in the very vanilla civilian mindset where, I have to be skinny, I have to lose weight or else I'm ugly and disgusting.
Yeah.
Um, and then I started posting pictures online and the guys were telling me like, you need to be submitting these pictures to companies. And I'm like, are you crazy? I'm too fat for that.
If people were to like promote more on females that look like myself, and I'm skinny, but I am someone's cup of tea. And if people were to promote that, then the world would be a better place.
They think that sex is supposed to create life. No, man, I just want to get off. Like, I'm horny as hell right now.
Is it a journey to love yourself the way you are?
Of course.
Yeah. Sure, yeah. I mean, there's a number of people, especially in the industry, who are the regular size, standard size, and they're very insecure. And sometimes they look to us, who's BBW, and we're feeling fierce and fabulous, and they're like, wow, we're worried about how we look, and you guys are just flaunting it and having fun out there.
I want thickness.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Thiccness Protection Program. This is the podcast celebrating body positivity and letting adult entertainers open up about whatever the fuck. So I'm excited to announce we got a BBW starlet, Avian nominated, award-winning, busty MILF, so many titles all the way from Houston, Texas. Danica Danali is in the house. How are you? Welcome.
Good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Pardon the interruption, Palm Tree, but this is Pimpin' Palm, the Mac and Memoji. And before we go any further in this interview, I'm gonna need you to click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notification bell. Now back to the Thiccness Protection Program. You're kind of one of the people who it's like easy to research because you've done so many podcasts and so many interviews on various YouTube channels, but it's also hard to come up with original questions. So I understand you got into the adult business in 2010. You originally started posting pictures of yourself on Facebook, and then Score found out about you through that way.
Yes. Well, they found me through Southern Charms.
Southern Charms, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with
Facebook.
Southern Charms.
Yeah, it's almost like a clips for sale type thing.
Clips for sale type of service, okay.
Yeah.
Like a paper, whatever you want to download.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. So back in 2010, was BBW like a thing? Like, was the culture very receptive and acceptive of, your body type? I'm kind of curious to like what those comment sections back in those days was.
It was very, I want to say restrictive in the industry. So there weren't very many options for us. We could do a lot of our own stuff or work with very specific companies. But back then there were not very many options for BBW girls in the industry. Yeah.
Around then, did you like encounter shit with censorship, as far as when you were first posting and then they found out about you?
Like on Facebook or anywhere?
On Facebook.
On Facebook, oh yeah. I think now I'm finally settled on like my 11th account.
Yikes.
I've learned shouldn't be posting and so.
Yeah. 11th account, Jesus. Because Pornstars are forever getting their Instagrams taken down.
Yes. I swear I'm on my 7th Instagram.
Jeez. It's kind of weird though, like when they're always taking your IG down, is it like they're targeting the BBW models or they're targeting like any adult content creator who's like violating terms and conditions or community guidelines?
Right. So it feels like they're targeting BBWs because I can go on another performer's page and see like a mainstream skinny performer and see posts that I'm like, I know I did something similar and mine got removed. What's up with this, So it does sometimes feel like they are targeting BBWs, but I can't say for sure.
Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate, yes.
Right. Okay. So you grew up in Houston, right?
Yep.
You still live down there?
I do, yeah.
Okay, for sure. What were you like as a kid?
It's Hard to explain. So I have ADHD. I grew up with it, and obviously. So I was very like in the clouds as a kid. I could never focus on anything. I was always like, I would go in the backyard and swing on my swing set for hours or like, for hours. Yeah, I was just always, my mind was never grounded. I was never in reality.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Did they try to put you on medication or like make you attend special schools?
No, I went to regular schools, but I was on Ritalin until I think I was about 12, and I started hearing voices. Like I really thought people were talking to me, and I started hearing bells going off, and I would just get up in the middle of class and leave.
Wow.
So yeah, they had to take me off.
When I get to fiddling, mommy gives me Ritalin.
Yes.
So back in those days, like mental health wasn't a thing. Like, are you glad that, obviously today, people are a lot more compassionate towards differences and cognitive neural problems and things like that?
Yes, definitely. Because it was difficult. I had a really, really excellent second grade teacher who actually moved to fourth grade, and then I had her again in fourth grade.
Oh, I love when that happens.
Yeah, and she understood the struggles. So she helped me so much, and she was in constant communication with my mom. She was an excellent teacher.
Good. Did you go to college?
No.
Okay.
Not exactly. I took a bunch of computer courses out of college, and I got a real estate certificate. But I
Nice.
didn't go to college.
I see. You got married and had a child pretty young, didn't you?
Yep. I was 20 when I got married, and I had him. I was 21 when I got married, and I had him at 19.
Oh, I see. Yeah. The Texas way.
Yeah.
What did you do leading up to you getting in the adult business? Like, what was your vanilla job?
I had quite a few. So my very first, I was a cashier at a grocery store. And I really don't know how I didn't get fired from that job for 2 years. Because I was, like I said, I was very much like, if I didn't want to do something, I didn't do it. And so they would, constantly be telling me that I need to do this faster, or I need to make sure I check everything and make sure that the money is right or whatever. But like my head was always just like somewhere else. I'd be like, oh, okay, there you go. My drawer was always off. I don't know how I never got fired from that job, because there was a lot of times where I was like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, somebody with ADHD, that's got to be a very, very stressful environment to work in.
I literally did almost everything in that store.
Somehow I feel like that ability to do multiple tasks kind of applies to porn too.
Yeah.
I have OnlyFans now. I do boy girl, now I do solo, blah blah blah.
Absolutely.
Right on. Okay. One more BP question before porn. Was there a curvaceous woman in pop culture that you looked up to as a role model?
I don't think so. The very first, so I was so vanilla before the industry that I didn't know that it even was a thing. I had no idea that men liked BBW girls. So
really?
In the very vanilla civilian mindset where, I have to be skinny, I have to lose weight, or else I'm ugly and disgusting,
Yeah.
And then I started posting pictures online, and the guys were telling me like, you need to be submitting these pictures to companies. And I'm like, are you crazy? I'm too fat for that. And they're like, no. And they started sending me a bunch of links, mostly of Samantha Anderson.
Oh, nice.
Maria Moore. They were sending
nice
these pictures, and I'm like, oh my God, these women are famous. Like, really? Are you sure? And so those are the two who I was introduced to the industry by people sending me pictures and links of them. So I guess I would say I looked up to them in the beginning.
Interesting. You know, in my culture, like BBW and thick and all of these things were always very popular and embraced ever since, you know, the 90s. And, you know, you had Sir Mix-a-Lot and, you know, like Backstreet, curves the word, spins the verb, you know, you always had it embraced. But I guess, you know, for the masses, it wasn't. And I'm trying to pinpoint like around a time where it's like, was it when Beyonce came out with Bootylicious that it was like, you know, like boom, okay, it's okay to have a fat ass no matter what color you are, or
And
you know,
like big butts, no.
I gotta send you this clip of my mentor, my comedy instructor. Her name's Bobby Oliver.
Okay.
And she does this whole bit about like Sir Mix-a-Lot has an awful lot of standards. You gotta have an LA face with an Oakland booty. Like, and meanwhile, he gets to look like Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly. Okay. Danica, were you always confident in your own skin?
I was
Nice.
always confident. I never had any real body issues until, okay, so growing up, I was skinny. I was a skinny girl with big boobs.
Really?
I never had weight issues until after I had my first child. And then I started gaining weight and I was like, what the hell is this? And so yeah, growing up, I never had body issues or anything.
Excellent. Do you think that's a Texas thing? Like everything's bigger in Texas?
Maybe, right?
Could be, possibly. Okay.
Yep.
So one of the things I've admired about you in particular is that like your balance between, you know, the home life, the mom life, and then the porn career seems so on point. Like, tell me about that. Like, how do you balance, you know, the mom life and being a porn star?
It is not easy, especially when school's out in the summer.
Mm-hmm. Like now?
Yeah, like now. Luckily, so during, I say luckily COVID happened, but that's terrible. But during the pandemic, we decided to build me this office here. And so I finally have my private space to be able to just lock myself in here and do what I need to do. Before it was so hard. I literally could not work in the summer.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very difficult. So now I usually work during school hours so that I'm with my kids afterwards. But in the summertime, we're together 24/7. So I pretty much have more flexible hours, and they're older now. So they pretty much entertain themselves.
I feel that. Yeah. You touched on a good point. During quarantine, you know, although that it was boring as fuck and it was like, what is going on with the world? And I don't know if you or anybody in your family got COVID. Nobody here did, thank God. But like, you know, the pandemic had its blessings too, brought upon change. I think, you know, for any content creator of any kind, X-rated or not, I think it allowed like more time to let the creativity flow and let you come up with more hustles. Do you agree?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So did you see like your OnlyFans subscribers and your mini vids and your clips for sales go up?
I did see my mini vid sales go up, but because we were home, all of us, all the time, I didn't really get a lot of content for like OnlyFans and such. But then we built the office, and then I was able to see a difference. And I could definitely tell that, you know, the more consistently you post, the better your results.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's what do they say? The path to success is consistency.
Yes,
okay.
Definitely.
All right. So you were married by the time you did your first hardcore scene, weren't you?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So how did your hubby like respond to that?
He was nervous at first because I started out as a solo act.
Mm-hmm.
With that, he was okay. He was really excited about the solo stuff. When I told him I wanted to move into hardcore, he was a little nervous. I don't know. I think he took it like any husband would. I really don't know. But he didn't tell me no or anything, but he voiced his concerns and that, You know, he was worried about the STD thing, of course. He was worried about pregnancy, of course. All of those, you know, major concerns. They're major concerns. And, you know, we just sat and talked through it, and I showed him like a bunch of the scenes that other girls did. And I'm like, you know, they're telling me that this is edited together to make it look like this. This isn't how it's shot, you know? And so he had to go through all that and watch like a behind the scenes type stuff to be able to be like, okay, maybe this is all right.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like
then,
you thoroughly explained like as much as you could. Yeah. It's the good communication is what Monique Leslie told me.
Yeah, definitely. You have to have communication. You can't just be like, you know, why can't I do it? Why? You're so pretty. Like, you can't be like that.
Yeah. That's a trust thing for sure.
Yes.
And also like what Brianna Kahlo told me is like, you know what, porn stars are like the most clean people you could be with because y'all are getting tested like all the time.
All the time. Yep.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Floosy Lucy, you just met at the bar or just met on Tinder, like you don't know, then you gotta ask.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm scared now. Like, so my husband and I have an open relationship where we can see whoever we want. And I used to go out on dates and meet guys, and now I'm scared. Like, it's really scary.
Just because there's a lot of crazy motherfuckers in the world. Like,
yeah. And knowing what I know, like, these guys will just like flat out lie to you. Like, no, I'm not seeing anybody else. I got tested 3 weeks ago and I'm not, you know, sleeping around, but yes, you are. Yes, they are. They have nothing, they have no reason not to lie to you. Whereas in porn, they have a reason not to lie to you, because if they lie to you and then something happens, they're gonna get caught.
Yeah. In the openness of you and your husband's marriage, is it like, are you meeting with people to film content, or is it like also you'll have like another romantic partner, be it male or female, or anything else?
Yeah. I don't meet with people to make content. I only make content with established porn stars.
Yeah, that's what I meant. My bad.
Oh yeah, it's easier.
Yeah, established content.
But yeah, the other way around too. We were meeting with other people, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems more natural for us if we have other people in our lives. It's just weird to be just me and him. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
It's weird to me.
I feel like more marriages would be successful if they allowed for that, you know.
Yes.
Allow for that, because I don't, you know, I'm not married, and I'm, you know, turning 30 in a couple months, and I'm kind of thinking like, okay, well, if I ever wanted to go down that path, I'm like, well, shit, my parents have been married for almost 40 years, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, hey, do I really want to do this? And then it's like, you know, I live in LA, and it's like there's so many women out here. It's like, I don't even know. I'm just living life.
Yep.
And then I want to tell some of these girls, like, you know, I run the Thiccness Protection Program. So, like, girl, if you even saw who's in my DMs, like, you would freak the fuck out.
Right? And you're always going to worry about that. And that's no fun. So it's good to have more of an open type relationship.
I can't have somebody who's going to be worried about this. The best thing a girl
somebody who's going to be sneaking around looking at your phone when you're in the
best thing a girl could do with...
No.
That's happened before. The best thing a girl could do with me is just like embrace it. Be like, oh, when can I do an episode? Or, oh, like, let me see if we can get you to certain, like, help the show or some shit, you know?
Yeah. Like, I would want to be there while you're recording and be like, ooh, I want to listen.
Yeah. No,
inside.
I have gotten like good feedback from women I'm like interested in on this show. So
oh, good.
Yeah, that is a plus. What's it like working with Plumper Pass? You have excellent scenes on them. Shout out to Clint. We actually texted a little bit this week.
Yeah. I mean, he's great. I have absolutely nothing but just awesome things to say about him. He's so nice, and he's understanding, and he just kind of goes with the flow, and he's just so nice. I love working with Plumper Pass.
Excellent. Yeah. You like traveling down to Miami?
I do. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Always fun.
Cool. And we're still waiting on you to get with Jeff's models.
Oh. Yes. We were talking about it. We just couldn't get our schedules together. And then Jay had surgery, and now we're waiting that out.
Jay's out here, right? He's in LA?
LA, yep. Mhm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just thinking it would be kind of cool to get him and maybe another female talent or two, like to do a podcast in person. You have excellent scenes with like black male talent. One of my favorite questions to ask the ladies that come on here, what is it about the brothers that you enjoy working with so much?
I really enjoy working with them because I think that they really are genuinely attracted to big girls. Like anybody can say, oh yeah, I love big girls. Yeah, bring on the big girls. But with the black men, I feel it. I feel it more, that they're really genuinely attracted to not just me, but like big girls in general. So it's not uncomfortable. I'm not left second guessing anything. And they make the whole situation a lot more comfortable.
Excellent. Yeah, it's just how we show love, and it's just like what we're into. I don't know what it is. I mean, I kind of predict, because we set the trend, so I'm kind of predict like in a few years, like everybody's gonna be like, oh, into big girls, and everybody's gonna be embracing thickness and body positivity. That's kind of how it is already. But yeah, I mean, who knows? And the other thing is like the cross generationalism of it, intergeneration of it, because like if I'm young and then you're a MILF, or do you identify with the term cougar as well?
I don't, but I guess I'm getting up there. So yeah, maybe. Because I turned 40. Oh my God, how old did I turn this year? 43, 44, somewhere around there. So I guess.
If you're forgetting this up there.
I know. I'm just glad I still tell people I'm 39, so I confuse myself.
Word. Your birthday was on June 9th, right?
June 8th, yes.
June 8th, okay. Oh, exactly a month ago.
Yeah.
What's up, Gemini? Can you explain to me the whole concept of content trade?
Sure. I mean, basically, we reach out to each other, other talent, male or female, and we just ask if, basically, we're going to ask if you're going to be somewhere that we're going to be, or if you're going to be available at a certain time. And we just make the content and share it with each other.
Okay, dope. So if you're...
we each edit it our own way and post it. So each one's going to be a little bit different.
Nice. So that's like if you come out to Las Vegas and then you say, okay, who's out here? And then you'll link with some folks to shoot. And then content trade is like everybody eats off of that. You're allowed to upload that to your website. He's allowed to up that to his website. She's allowed to upload that to her website. Or they can pitch to the studio, and however you get the money is however.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And so each person, we would, like if there were 3 of us, we would each edit that specifically for our site. So mine would be slightly different than his or hers. There would be a few differences.
Right.
I think that's important for people to know.
Do you edit your own videos, Danica?
Sometimes, but not usually anymore. I used to edit all my stuff, but I have an editor now.
Interesting.
Everything.
Yeah, I love editing videos. That's become one of my favorite pastimes.
Really? I could not.
Those clips. Yeah.
I couldn't stand it.
I don't know. It's just like for some reason it's like my version of working with your hands. It's like the other side of my creativity. You'll see. Yeah.
I just like the being in front of the camera, and then the rest of it I'm like, just do whatever. Here, somebody take it and do something.
I feel you. That's how I am with the equipment. I'm like I gotta set one more tripod up and then mic up one more person. Like somebody else do that one day. Yep.
One day.
I always forget to ask this question till the very end of the fucking interviews. How did you come up with the name Danica Danali?
Oh, okay. So one of my husband's favorite actresses is Danica McKellar from Wonder Years, Winnie Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I'm going to use that name, Danica. That's perfect. Like, I didn't know any other porn stars or people in modeling that were Danica in the modeling I wanted to do. So I was like, that's perfect. Everybody's Tiffany and you know, weird names like Cinnamon and all that kind of stuff. I was like, so I'm going to be a real name, but something that not a lot of people are going to have. So Danica was perfect. And then Denali is after Denali National Park in Alaska. It's eventually somewhere I want to go. I just kind of changed it up, the spelling a little bit.
Interesting. Yeah, I always thought it was like Denali was the GMC truck.
Right. Everybody.
Yeah, it's like, built to last. Wait, that's Ford. But like, you know, I thought, you know, like built like a truck, like something. But
yes.
I gotta do research on that park in Alaska though.
Yeah. Hopefully one day I'll make it there, because I want to visit all the national parks. But it just seems that like the one in Alaska is the most unreachable at the moment because I'm so far away.
So that's what you're into, like nature and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. I love so I'm not into like camping type nature, but like RVing type nature. Yeah.
Very cool. Like glamping.
Yeah.
I feel that, because I saw a couple weeks ago you were like inner tubing down a river. That looked fun. And I Googled it and I was like, what's the name of that place?
That's the Comal River in New Braunfels.
New Braunfels, yeah. Because I tried to type it when you were live on Instagram. You're like, that's kind of how it's spelled.
Okay. Yeah, it's a German town, so it's like Braunfel. There might be an H in there somewhere. So
it'll be on screen for the folks watching at home.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, that looks so fun. It looks like inner tubing. It's like the perfect thing for summer. Yeah,
I really wish that river was a lot longer, but it's really weird because it connects to the Guadalupe River. So from the top, this little river just like breaks off and then like reconnects down at the bottom, but it's only like 2.5 miles, I think.
Yikes.
And that's the one we tube on, and the water is so clear. It's amazing.
Yeah, me coming from LA, like we're not used to that. I'd have to go to like Arizona or Lake Laughlin to like, you know, do some clear like inner tubing. I know there's places in California that have that, but like still, gotta get out there.
And the best thing about that is that the water is like 72 degrees no matter the time of the year. It does not matter because it's fed by like an underground spring. So the water's constantly at a same temperature everywhere.
Oh, 72. Oh, nice. Yeah. It's like heated pool vibes.
Yeah. It's actually pretty chilly, to be honest.
Oh, pretty chilly.
Yeah.
What the hell do I know about some water temperature? I was going to ask you, being a Texan, what are your thoughts on this Roe v. Wade overturn?
I'm pretty furious about it.
Yeah, I'm heartbroken. I cried a little bit, honestly.
I live in Texas, but I am not conservative. I do not agree with the Texas politics whatsoever. So
yeah,
none of it. Absolutely none of it.
I mean, it just breaks my heart. It's like, why are we going backwards? Like they just, anything to keep a brown person down, anything to keep a woman down, anything to keep anything other than a white man down. So
exactly.
Yeah. And it's like, quite frankly, I believe there's a lot of old motherfuckers in politics who just need to die.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's a backwards ass system, and they're trying to make it more backwards ass.
Yes, they are. They're trying to reverse the clock, and you just can't do that right now.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to reverse the clock,
Yep.
I mean, as expensive and, hoity-toity or whatever you want to say as it is about California, that's kind of one of the benefits of living here,
Mm-hmm.
That and weed. But if I ever do travel to Texas, Tennessee, Kentucky for any of these states, Florida, for any of these reasons, like hey, buy all the Trojans, all the Lifestyles, all the Durex, buy all those shits off the shelf.
Yep.
No babies. All right, Danica, I got a segment on here called Down in the DM. Can you recall your most crazy, out of pocket, just funny, outrageous DM or email you've ever received?
Ooh, I've been in this business a long time. I've received quite a few. Like the craziest ones to me are the like extremely religious men who would email me and be like, repent, God still loves you, but it's never too late for you to find Jesus. And I'm just like, it makes me laugh because it's just, I don't take any of that seriously. So I'm just like, the fact that they felt so determined to, like, they felt so strongly that they had to email me about that is just, it cracks me up.
That's wild. Yeah.
So funny.
I'm gonna send a Pornstar hate mail because they're not a believer like me.
Yes.
Are you religious?
Nope.
I've never asked a guest on this show or Palmcast that ever, but
I am not. I am atheist 100%.
okay, that's cool. All right, another segment. It's called Ever Too Much. Has there ever been a time during a scene where the sensation is not pleasurable, or just something's going on where it's too much?
Oh yeah. I don't want to say quite often, but yeah, often because of the size of my co-stars, I have had to stop scenes and take a little break.
The size of your co-star, the dick's too thick, the schlong's too long, and he's packing like he's going on a 6-week vacation.
Yeah, it's the long ones.
Oh God.
Yeah, every time. Yeah.
Aston Martin was telling me that like if it's a long one, it'll stab your cervix, and that hurts like fuck.
It does. Yeah.
Hurts like hell. I mean.
It does. Yeah.
Okay.
I can take it for a little bit, and sometimes like, I mean, this sounds really bad, but sometimes like if I'm like moaning in pain, it sounds really good on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Looks really good, but I can only take it for so long. Then I'm like, okay, we have to stop right now.
Yeah, and I was wondering, like, reverse cowgirl is one of my favorite positions to look at, but like, is that pleasurable, or like, how do you guys pull that off?
It's not pleasurable only because it's very difficult, and so even just getting into the position is kind of a circus act for me, and then maintaining it is really, really hard. Like my thighs end up like shaking afterwards. It's really crazy.
Yeah, maintaining it. So like, I heard the scenes, you know, average out at about 30 minutes, but like, I heard you'll be there filming for like up to 9 hours. Is that really true?
Not for one scene, but yeah, we shoot multiple in a day. So 9 hours. I've never been there for 9 hours, but so like I recently did some scenes for Score, and so I did 4 scenes in 2 days, and I was only there for like 5 hours each day.
Okay.
So it wasn't too bad, but I can see, I do remember when I was brand new, it did take all day to shoot 2 solo scenes. And like looking back now, I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, that took a long time.
I wonder why. Maybe back then
I was
and like
nervous and new. I had no idea what I was doing.
I was about to blame it on the technology, but
no, like I used to like set up a camera and like do like little clips, like 2 5-minute clips or whatever. But like having a camera guy right there in your face while you're doing your thing was very intimidating for a while.
I bet. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm always curious on this show for the guests.
Yeah.
Like when there's a camera like this close while you fucking, it's just like, does this throw you off at all? And
yeah, they do that. They really do. Like you'll see it, and like the camera's like right here on the guy, and they've got to be like,
and they got to lean back, and they can't like really get into it. You can't have your hand like covering the nipples, like that.
Yes, exactly.
A lot of rules and regulations.
Yes.
Yeah.
It almost makes me laugh every time, but I keep my composure.
Yeah.
Like,
prior to you getting in this business, were you like a big porn watcher yourself?
No, I wasn't. There were certain little things I would look at, but it was never like a huge porn scene or anything like that.
Okay, like kind of standard curiosity, but never like a big consumer.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. And now that you are in this business, do you enjoy like watching other creators' porn or watching your own?
Not my own.
Okay.
But I do enjoy watching others. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Who are some of your favorite talents?
I'm in the spot now where like when I watch others, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna do that next time.
Nice. What other performers do you enjoy to watch?
Ooh, that's a hard question.
I'll narrow it down to what other BBW chicks do you like to watch?
Oh, other girls. Let's see. I do like watching some of the top girls. So I like Sophia Rose's stuff.
Ooh, love her.
Stuff.
Arguably one of my favorite adult actresses of all time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like her stuff. I like let me think. Layla
Everett?
No. She's not really BBW anymore.
Oh.
Think of her last name. I don't know. She's long blonde hair.
I'll find it. Is it Lila O'Lovely?
Maybe.
All right. She followed me on the gram the other day.
That's very possible. It's Lila O'Lovely.
Maybe. Forgive me if you've already made a scene with this woman and I haven't checked it out, but Lady Lynn?
I don't know who that is.
Oh my God, she's so fucking fine.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like a redheaded MILF with freckles and she has huge titties and a huge ass.
Ooh,
fucking
like
throat goat.
redheads.
She's so bad.
I like redheads a lot.
Yeah. I ain't never really like been with it. Well, let me think. Not a natural one. Not a natural redhead.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, on my bucket list.
Okay. I
Okay.
think they're so pretty.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Something about them.
Yeah, me and Mulan Blossom were having a conversation about redheads. Like,
yeah.
something about them.
Yep.
Yeah. Danica, let's do some Instagram questions, shall we?
Okay.
All right. So, what is the most uncomfortable position and why?
Definitely the reverse cowgirl.
Damn, the best one is the most uncomfortable.
That's the one that's most uncomfortable for me.
Okay.
Yeah, just because the maintaining the position, you really, really like the guy has to hold you up while you're leaning back so the camera can get you. But then you also have to like use your thighs to kind of hold your body up because you don't want to just slam down on the guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one's the most difficult.
Yeah, you know what? I always thought it was that way, but there's one with you and I forget the brother's name, the skinny black dude who shoots with plumper pass, and it was a gonzo scene, so it's like no storyline, but like you and dude were on the bed and the thumbnail of the video was like that, and I'm like, damn, that looks so perfect. Like I can't remember the man's name at the point, but I'll edit it in post, so shout out to that guy.
Yeah, John Long, maybe?
John Long, thank you. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's the skinny bald one. Yep.
Yeah. How was that scene?
That was fun. That was actually the first time I'd ever met him, and he's really, really nice. Like, he's an amazingly nice guy.
Very cool. That's what we like to hear.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Another question. What is something in porn that you haven't done yet, but you would like to do in the future?
Ooh, yes. I want to have like oh my gosh, I'm not going to remember what it's called now, but I want to have like a bunch of guys circle me and just like jerk off all over my face and my tits and everything.
That's bukkake, right?
Yes, there you go.
Yeah. Just like
That's
you just
what I
want a
want.
Spider-Man web of nut, just everywhere.
Yes, I want to like jerk them off on the sides and like just have them do their thing and just all over my face and my tits and everything. I want that so bad.
That sounds fucking hot. I don't always like click the, she gets hit with 30 dicks scenes, but like when I do, if I really like the girl, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, just know that if you ever see that scene of me, you know deep down that I am like thoroughly enjoying myself. So.
Achievement, yeah. Speaking of, before I ask about achievements, I gotta tell you this story. This one time, I was doing stand-up, and then this gay comedian, I don't remember his name, but this gay comedian said, "Yeah, I just want to get hit with dicks like the electric car wash." That made me think of that.
Yes.
Right on. Okay. Speaking of achievements, Danica, share some of the awards you've received.
Let's see. Over the years, I was named Plumper of the Year for XL Girls magazine, or was it Voluptuous? One of those. I can't remember which one. So it wasn't really an award, but I was named Plumper of the Year for them. I think it was 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And then I received, let me think, was it 2019 maybe? I received BBW Cam Girl of the Year for the BBW Awards. There you go. And, oh man, I'm running blanks. I don't remember.
These are pretty epic. You don't have like a whole case or a whole row of all these trophies?
Well, that's why I was looking up there. I do have
nice.
Trophy from the BBW Awards. I do have that one. But the other ones are just pretty much accolades, like, you know, Plumper of the Year type of deal.
Nice.
And stuff. So, but yeah, I've been nominated multiple times for BBW of the Year for AVN. So hopefully one of these years I win that one.
Nice. And you looked really hot at the BBW Awards when you got on stage in the red dress.
Oh, thank you. Ooh, I thought my knees were going to give out on me. I was shaking so hard.
Big chick in those heels.
Yeah, because I had just won, and then I had to stay up there and announce the next person.
Oh, yeah. You walk around with the microphone like, can I get off the fucking stage, please? Right. A lot of people want to know this. This isn't an Instagram question, but a lot of people always ask, do you get nervous before scenes?
I do sometimes. Like if I don't know the guy,
right?
I haven't met him yet. Yeah, I'll get a little nervous.
Yeah, I feel you. Is it always like that with just male talent, or even sometimes with female talent, you'll get nervous?
Yeah, sometimes with female talent too.
Yeah,
definitely.
People ask if I get nervous before pornstar interviews, and I'm like, I get nervous before any interview with any guest. I don't care if it's,
right?
It's a porn star, if it's a rapper, if it's indie musician, and I'm not nervous like how the conversation's gonna go. I'm nervous about technical shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
Same with stand-up. People be like, do you get nervous? I'm like, not about performing. It's about like accommodating people.
Yeah.
Like friends show up late to shows and be like, there's no parking. How can I get in? Or the show's sold out. I'm like, now that's all of a sudden my fault.
Yeah.
Not my fault, but it's accommodating people.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah. Okay. All right, Danica. So is there anything else you want to add? Let the people know what you got going on in your life.
Not really, just the same old stuff. I'm going to be at all of the Exoticas this year. So we have Miami coming up next week, and then New Jersey in October and DC in December. And then I'll be at AVN in January.
Nice.
So that's pretty much the rest of my year.
All right. Touring, a little solid amount of travel. All right. I remember in one of those previous interviews, you said you really like peanut butter. I got to ask, chunky or smooth?
I prefer smooth, but I do not have a problem with chunky.
Okay. I'm both.
My go-to.
I'm chunky and smooth. Not peanut butter. That's just me. That's just who I am. Chunky and smooth.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. Be it that you're BBW, got to ask, what's Danica Danali's like favorite thing to eat?
Ooh. My favorite snack would have to be like Triscuits with cheese, like actual cheese, not spray cheese.
Oh, okay.
I like Colby cheese, but not Colby Jack.
All right.
And I guess my favorite meal, I don't know. That one's really hard. I like everything. Yep,
that's how it goes. Just like
my favorite dessert is always cheesecake.
Yes, fire ass cheesecake. My sister does like background and extra acting. She said they gave her some fire cheesecake on set the other day.
Oh wow. That's awesome.
Right on. All right, Danica, before we get up out of here, make sure you throw out your socials. Where can they find you and check out all your stuff?
Yeah, so I'm on Twitter and Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm everywhere. And you can find all of those links at danicasboobs.com.
I love that. I was about to say, I love that site at danicaboob.com. You're
Yeah.
38 going on 40L, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Giving
Yep.
new meaning to the phrase "don't take no L's." Like, these are the L's you want to take, fellas.
Yeah.
Ladies,
these are the
people.
L's.
Those are the L's, eh?
All
All right, cool. All right, everybody. This has been another episode of Thiccness Protection Program. My name is Dylan, and you can check us out at youtube.com/palmofficial, Instagram at Thiccness Protection Program with underscores all throughout. And yeah, everybody comment below your favorite scene with Danica Danali and comment below what BBW adult stars you want to see next on the podcast. Thank you so much, Danica. You have a wonderful day.